From the Family Circle kitchen to your kitchen on Parents TV.
Chips and dips are a staple at most parties, but at your next get-together, why not wow your guests with a trio of dips that is just out of this world? I'm Parents TV's Juli Auclair here in the Family Circle Test Kitchen with Senior Food Editor Julie Miltenberger. Thank you for having us come over again.
I'm very excited. You know, little snacks are my favorite things to eat.
I love little snacks, and these are some dips that were featured in the magazine, and you're going to show us how to make them.
Yes.
Easy?
We've got a trio of very easy dips.
Okay, what are we starting with today?
Well, we're starting with a cheddar onion dip, and it's warm, which is nice. And if you're on the go, either tailgating or even just out back, you can make it on the side burner of your grill or even just right on top of the grill grate.
Oh, stick it right on there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just make sure that the temperature's not too high, and whatever dish you're cooking in, it has an oven-proof handle.
That would be very important.
Yeah, you don't want to necessarily melt plastic into the grates of your grill.
Put me to work.
Okay, I would like you to start grating this Vidalia onion.
Okay.
You could just use a box grater. You could also use two other kinds of flavor. I would use the big.
The big holes?
Uh-huh.
How much are you looking for?
About a cup of the grated stuff.
That's a lot of grating.
Well, you know, but it'd taste great. All right, Julie, while you grate that, I'm going to start with one package of low-fat cream cheese.
How did I get the hard job?
Oh, you know, I'm the
Because
boss
I'm the guest
here,
in the
right?
kitchen. You're the boss, right?
And then this is 2 cups or 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. And what I did is I like to grate my own instead of using pre-shredded because it definitely melts a lot easier than the shreds that you buy in the bag.
I just learned something. A new tip every time we're here in the kitchen. Grate your own.
Okay, so then next I'm going to add a little garlic powder and cayenne pepper.
Okay.
Here it's a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, but you could always amp it up a little bit if you want things a little spicy.
Give it a little kick?
Yep.
I like it spicy.
So we just mix that in together along with the grated onion.
This is a serious workout.
Well, you know, you had to work hard for flavor. Okay, let's see how you're doing there. All right, looking good. So as I said before, you want about a cup of a grated onion.
I'll put that in?
Yep.
There's a lot of water with it, or moisture. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
We're just going to pop that onto the burner.
And it just sits.
And it's going to melt about 5 minutes over medium heat on your gas grill or even on the side burner.
Need to keep stirring it, or
Every
is it okay?
so often, it can just kind of melt.
Okay, but
sit
not
by
constantly.
itself. Yep.
So while that's melting, let's start on our next one.
Okay.
Chunky salsa?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So what I've done is I've jumped ahead and pre-prepped some of the ingredients.
I love it when you do that.
See?
Tell us about the ingredients for this.
2 medium tomatoes that have been seeded and chopped.
Okay.
I've got 1 can, 15 ounces of black beans that I've drained and rinsed. A 1/2 cup of finely diced red onion. A 1/4 cup of lime juice, fresh squeezed, just for you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. 3/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper.
Okay.
A 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we're going to add in 3 dashes of hot sauce of your choice. So I'd love it if you could take the kernels off of that ear of corn.
Okay.
And I'm going to start stirring everything together in the bowl.
Perfect.
All right, you ready to add the corn?
I'm ready.
Okay. Perfect. Make sure we don't forget about our cheese dip as well.
Okay.
Give it another little stir.
Tell me how much again?
Probably 3 dashes is what I like. Okay, so we're all set. And there's our chunky salsa. It looks so nice, contrasty against the tomatoes.
Doesn't that look pretty?
And what I like about it is that, you know, we use parsley in this instead of your typical cilantro, so it tastes very fresh, but doesn't have, you know, kind of overwhelming Mexican flavors. We've got some chips to go along with this chunky salsa.
We gotta try, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the fresh lime juice really adds a nice burst of flavor in there.
So I'm gonna clean up, and then we'll get ready for our spinach bean dip?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's done all in the food processor.
Perfect.
So
that makes it easy.
Yes. So we're going to start with 1 can, 15 ounces of white beans. And what I have here is great northern beans, but you could also use cannellini if you wanted.
Which are a little bigger.
They are a little bigger, but they both have really nice creamy texture. So we're just going to put the beans in there.
What's next?
And we're going to puree it just on its own. And that's just a quick pulse till you see it get kind of creamy on the sides.
Looking creamy to me.
All right, if you could hand me the 1 cup sour cream and the spatula so I can scrape it into the bowl here.
Now, could you use light to make it a little more
You could.
healthy?
I probably wouldn't go all the way to fat-free though, because sometimes that gets a little watery, and we don't want a watery dip.
No, that would not be good.
Okay, great. And then the milk, and that's a 1/4 cup of whole milk is what we have here, but once again, you could use 2% or skim if you wanted to.
Okay.
And then the packet of soup mix, and it's just a regular vegetable soup mix. Adds, really nice freshness. It also has salt already in it, so we don't need to add any additional salt to it. Okay, so I'm just going to put the top back on, puree that until it's smooth.
Okay, so this goes into the bowl and then the spinach.
Yes, so that your spinach doesn't get to be, all ground up and really small. So if you want to grab the spinach, you can just kind of add that to the bowl. Okay. So once we get all that scraped in there.
How about I mix that up for you while you check on the cheese dip?
I think we're all set on the cheese dip. Looks like everything's melted evenly. All right. So we're gonna put that here on our hot pad, garnish with a little scallion.
Well, look at this. It looks like a party.
Yes, we're all set. We've got cheddar onion dip, spinach bean dip, and then our chunky salsa.
All right, we have to taste.
Oh, without a doubt.
All right, you ready? I'm gonna try the cheddar onion.
And I think I'm gonna go for the spinach bean.
Let's do it. I love that. And I love that it's warm and you have the 2 cold ones to sort of offset it. Thank you so much for having us once again in the Family Circle Test Kitchen. You're the best. Appreciate it. And if you would like more great recipes and ideas, pick up a Family Circle magazine, or be sure to check back here, www.parents.tv. We'll have plenty of new recipes for you. Enjoy. I love that. I'm not going to double dip though.